Hi, my name is Kylie, and one of my favorite things to do is draw freely. Except we're not drawing today, but I feel the freest when I draw. I think it's simply because I've had the practice to feel this way, to not feel the pressure of creating something perfect. Because I've done it so much, I know that it's okay, that if I make a mistake, that it's just a piece of paper, no one's gotten hurt, and we can start again always. But I think about this and how I'm not this way with other things, such as my words, for example. Words are much higher stakes for me, they feel more intimidating, I feel more the pressure to sound perfect. And I think it goes back to not having enough practice doing that. But anyway, I think it's really sad because I think this intimidation leads me to not start anything at all, which is the worst part of it all, because how are you supposed to get better at something if you never do it? So this project is hemming some curtains that we had bought, and we had bought actually 2 different lengths of curtains, but they were both too long. So our mission was to hem them to the right length. And the way I did this was I would pin across the length that I thought that the curtain would be, and then held it up, realized it was too long, unpin, and then repin where it at a shorter length. And I know this is not the most efficient way to do this. No professional would do it this way, but again, it goes back to my dread that I feel when I think about rulers and measuring tapes and the numbers involved. And what does that lead me to do? Put it off, and maybe even never get to it. So we're gonna do it my way, which is trial and error. I really have to see how this works in order for my brain to properly process the whole thing. But eventually we get to the same end goal. It's all okay. Once I did this with one curtain, I could quote unquote measure with that curtain that was the right size and then pin in the same spot on the rest of them. And I had to do this with 6 different panels. So I took this as an opportunity to hem this 6 different ways. I did the way where I didn't pin and I just sewed all the way down, doing a rolled hem. I did one where I rolled the hem, pinned it, and then sewed it, which I think I found was the best way. I even busted out my iron. I don't know what got into me. I guess I felt inspired. And I tried to press my seams as a proper seamstress would, I think. But that really ended up not being any easier than the other methods. Probably because I didn't have an ironing board and I probably did not do it right. And I ended up burning my hand, so that method was not worth that effort, so I won't be returning to that anytime soon. But eventually we got 6 hemmed panels. So I think the moral of this string of thoughts is that do things your way. It doesn't have to be the right way. I also ordered some fabric off of Etsy, some decorative fabric to create some drapes to frame the curtains right here. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited. I feel re-inspired to do it all over again.